All right, folks, I want to talk to you about 5 things that I wish I knew before the age 25. And it's funny because so often we beat ourselves up because we're like, man, I wish I knew this and I wish somebody taught me that. You can't look at it that way. You just learn things when you learn them. It's the experience of life. You learn as you go. But these are some of the things that I wish that I knew. The first thing was that you can't care about what people think about you. It's one of the biggest things and most important things that you have to learn in life. You can't care about what people think about you. And a big part of that is because everybody's life is so different. Everybody's life is so uniquely their own. Everybody has different circumstances. So you can't judge yours to the other because it's different in so many different ways that for you to judge yourself based on what somebody else thinks doesn't even make sense. It doesn't matter. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality at the end of the day, right? And so, whatever opinion that someone has of you, just let them keep it. Because a reason that we get so upset with what people say and the things that they think are because for some reason, a lot of the time, we value opinions that just don't matter. They just flat out don't matter. The things that people say don't matter a lot of the time. And we take it to heart and we get mad and upset about it. But when you learn to stop doing that, trust me, things get a lot better for you. And you have to ask yourself at the same time, what the hell has this person ever done? What have they ever done? You always got to judge the person judging you. Always judge the person judging you. Because a lot of the time you find out that that person hasn't done a damn thing. Not a damn thing. And then they're out here talking about you like it really matters what they have to think. Forget about their opinion. It does not matter. And a lot of the time, and I'm going to go to the next one, but the vision that you have in your brain for what you want for yourself and for your life, the vision is only given to you by God. And so nobody else can see it. And nobody else knows it unless you tell it to them. And so their opinion of what you want to do in life and how you're doing it doesn't matter because the vision is only given to you. The second thing, you got to write things down. I've said this many times before. And for anybody who's actually watched my videos, you know I stress on this one a lot. This one is big because for me, it takes me writing things down for them to actually get done. And I don't know if that's the case with everybody, but I know it's the case for me. Seeing is different than just thinking about it. When you see something every day and it's written down, you have something now that stays in your brain that reminds you constantly over and over and over again. And then when I'm sitting down in the evening or the night, I go over that list and I say, why didn't I do this? Or I check this off. That's done. Make sure this is done. Make sure this is done. Why didn't I do that? And I better have a really damn good excuse as to why that thing is not done. And if you know that it takes writing something down to do it, ask yourself how badly you really want to do that thing if you're not really willing to write it down. You got to ask yourself that because you're not asking a lot from yourself here. And so if you're not really willing to write it down, ask yourself if that's something that you really, really want to do. And when you write it down, put a timeline on it. Easier to put a timeline on things when you write them down and you can see it in front of you. When do you want to get this done by? Today? Tomorrow? Do you want to get it done in 5 hours, in 3 hours? It's a lot easier that way. Thing number 3, got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to get out of your comfort zone. This one is big. All of these are big, but trust me, this one is huge. You have to try a bunch of different things. You have to try a bunch of different things. And sometimes you got to try things in different ways. If you fail at something, you might have failed at it that specific way, but you got to try and attack it from a different angle. You got to try and come at it from a different way, fail in different ways. And it's okay to fail. It's okay to fail because failure is just a tool for success. You tried it one way, it didn't work that way, cross it off, try it a different way. Okay? Because you really won't know what you want to do unless you've tried a lot of different things. You won't know what you want to do unless you've tried a bunch of different things. Very important. Next thing, be very careful about putting people on a pedestal. When you put people on a pedestal, you feel like you need to be like that person, act like that person. And it's just not true. It's just not true because a lot of the times what I've started to gather and understand is that a lot of the time you're smarter than a lot of people. You have better ideas than a lot of people, but execution is really the game. And so you got to be able to execute on these ideas. You got to be able to take risk. You cannot live in fear. And I've mentioned this a lot. Living in fear and what it does to your life. And so many times we think that there are so many people that we may look up to and that we know that are so much better and so much smarter than us. And honestly, a lot of the time, it's just not true. We're just afraid to do. We're afraid to act. And we put these people on these pedestals, but really you can hang with them. You can play ball with them. But a lot of the time, it's like by the time you realize you can hang with these guys or play with them, they're so far gone now because you've wasted so much time. So understand that you belong in the room a lot of these time with these people, but you got to be willing to move. You got to be willing to move. You got to execute. You got to execute. And the last thing, procrastination, man. Procrastination kills dreams. That is, guys, if you're watching this, you got to understand this. This is very, very important. Procrastination kills dreams. You have to be bold enough to act on what it is that you want to do. And understand that every day, every week, every month, you're running out of time. Time keeps moving, it never stops. And you got to do things because we don't live forever. We're here for a very small period of time. There was a lot of time before we were born, there will be a lot of time after. But while we are here on this earth right now, we have to act on what it is that we want to do. Because if you don't, you're probably going to get comfortable being somewhere that you don't want to be, being forced to do something you don't want to do for a very, very long time. And trust me, folks, there is nothing, and I mean nothing worse than waking up doing a job every single day that you do not want to do. And I think all of us who hear that know that to be the truth. We absolutely know that to be the truth. At Mike Roach 23 on X, at Mike Roach 7 on IG. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, and share the Mike Roach Podcast. Don't care about what people think about you. Write things down. Get out of your comfort zone. Don't put people on a pedestal. And please, please remember that procrastination kills dreams. This is the Mike Roach Podcast. I'll be back again soon, folks. And I'm out.